I'm Jaquaris Tobias. I'm 21 years old. I was in Ezekiel when it first started off. Each one of the kids, we came for our different reasons or whatnot. Some came for food like me. Some came just to escape the neighborhood at the time. What really kept us coming were the people. Not realizing that we didn't have that love or appreciation outside of our home. And just having people who necessarily didn't have to love us the way they did, but they did. That kind of, me realizing it now, it stirred me different when I was a kid back then. When you're not used to people caring for you or loving you, it's hard for you to accept it at first. Because as a kid, I always had my guard up. I didn't allow people to do anything for me. I always felt like if someone's gonna do something for me, they might throw it up in my face at the end. It was a safe space for me. It was a time for me to decompress without even knowing. I think I had a talk with Josh today, years ago, that I had a conversation with him, and I told him there was a lot of people in my life that gave up on me. And he said that he vowed that he would never give up on me. And as a grown man, that kind of touched me, kind of made, even now, kind of get a little tear in my eye or whatnot, but it definitely touched me a little different. Just for someone to not necessarily have to have done that, not to have cared for me as much as they did, that really meant a lot to me. But me now as a grown-up, like, we have talks, and it's like, well, I was growing him just as much as he was growing me. So it definitely was a fruitful relationship that grew, and is still growing to these days. Conversations get deeper and deeper, but we never knew that. Was it 15 years later? Who would have knew? Who would have knew? I could have never imagined it in my cards. Mentorship is just so strong. At times where I knew there's nobody coming for a graduation ceremony, award ceremony, or something like that. My mom had to work. She was working 3 jobs for 3 kids. At times like that, and I look out in the crowd and I see Josh, like, what more can you ask for? When you think, well, my mom, let's put it in more terms like this. My mom caught pneumonia right before my military graduation. Brought her tickets, everything. She couldn't come. I look out in the crowd. Josh and his wife were in the crowd. No sugarcoating. Life would have been on the worst end. I'm gonna keep it honest. One of my best friends, who at the time, I went to DJJ on a school tour, and my best friend was in there at the time. Did not know that he was in there until he yelled out my name. So as far as my life, I always kind of had a moral compass for like what's right or wrong, but at a time of my life, it was very difficult, and I wanted to shut Josh out. But you don't really realize the connection that's being built at that time. You don't realize the longevity of it. And to me, I think that's the strongest thing to me. You don't necessarily see all that's finna unfold. It's the character development. I feel like it is. In this world, it's not a lot of safe space, at least for kids. Kids will always be the future, no matter where they come from, no matter how privileged they are. They will always need someone with a gentle guiding hand who does not gain anything from it.